Critical! Critical!
Well, after that last performance, I hoped they would have at least some inkling to want to run.
You no take candle! You no take candle!
Did Parry get healed on the last? Was he healed when he?
I took whatever healing you gave me, whatever I would have regened.
Yeah, I
full
didn't-
health if you slept all night.
Yeah, because the rest. The
Long
rest,
rest
of the way
is
it
full
works
health.
He's gonna need some healing.
He's good. He's good. He's gonna need some healing. Okay.
Everybody knows don't stand in the fire!
Uh-huh. I wouldn't worry
Choosing
about
the
it.
mages that die standing in the fire, though.
Can't cast that. Take too long. Can't cast that. It would take way too long to do that. I would be here like the next 80 turns.
I figured Sragg would have known by then I was gonna let loose.
So I can see a
Footless?
goblin,
You can see a goblin.
and he's like panicking.
You could probably read panic on his face, seeing as you just saw his quote-unquote spiritual
Savior.
leader eviscerated in front of him.
Right.
He's engaged in combat with Sragg right now, actually.
So can I shoot him with a spell? Is that
Sure.
possible?
Yep.
Is it like firing into melee or what? Does that exist in this 5e?
Not that I've seen, no.
Okay. Then let's do that. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt,
Okay.
and a radiant spell is going to shriek towards him. A ranged spell attack. Ranged spell attack. The heck is my ranged spell attack? Is that like... What's the typical attack roll? Attack bonus? What's your attack bonus, right?
If it's a range, well, mine's my
Yeah, I
Oh,
just want to know, just so I'm calculating correctly.
strength plus proficiency. I think for you is probably going to be your wisdom.
Well, I get that,
plus
but what's your
proficiency.
number? What's your number?
7.
Okay. So I think mine's a 6.
Oh, wait a second before. Aiming a ranged attack is more difficult when a foe is next to you. Okay, that doesn't apply. Never mind.
What's that?
It does not apply.
Does not apply. Never mind.
Okay, I'm just having trouble hearing you.
The ability to use for the spell is what's added to your ranged attack.
Sorry, the ability to use the what?
The ability that lets you use the spell. So you're basically your spell casting modifier. Like your cleric, so your
Isn't it wisdom plus proficiency?
For you, it's wisdom plus proficiency.
Okay. Right. For me. For him, it's int. I
Yeah.
got you. Okay. Guiding bolt. Straight at that guy. D20 plus 6, I believe.
That's a hit.
Boom. That'll teach him. Well, afraid he won't learn nothing.
Did you actually hit this one yet, Shrag?
No,
No, eh?
no, I hadn't hit this one yet.
Well, you do. That's killing blow in one shot.
There should be a giant flash of light off this spell.
Okay. So, like from above? Or does it radiate from inside?
It's a light that's a flash of light that streaks toward a creature, but lets off a dim, mystical dim glittering on the hit.
Okay, so this
So it kind
this
of
beam of
maintains.
light like lights up the room. You see this, Parry, like when you're searching, like the doorway, like from the other place lights up. Like
Okay.
Shrag, all you see is the goblin beside you just be enveloped in this light, and when it fades, he's kind of like sparkling, and then it just collapses into dust.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn around because I know the cleric's there now, and I'll actually hold my hand over the 7 damage wound from the guy that just incinerated. I just ow.
I have a bobo.
What's the healer's kit do again?
I think it adds to your heal like ability. Like
We're going to have to speak with Parry about tactics.
I just chuckle. Tactics. Implying one's looking out for more than himself.
Hmm.
Are you all right?
I'll live. Wonder what this one was up to in here. Look over at the altar.
Does it appear to be like any type of things, like you said, an altar set up or anything?
yeah, it does actually.
Is it a small room? Big room?
It is a small room. It is definitely It's definitely a tower, like a smaller tower. Based on your kind of feel for the layout of where you are, like that first broken tower that you saw with the bugbears in it, and then you saw the second tower right beside it.
Yeah.
You would guess that you're in that tower. You're. There's an altar sitting there. It's got a black, blood-stained cloak or cloth on it. Some weird goblin like rituals, like carved bones and chalice. They're carefully arranged on top of the altar.
I'm going to search the one with the robe. He might have had something that could give us a clue here.
Yep.
Can I look at the altars and stuff? Try to discern the religion?
You're.
Or do I just know?
Like, nearest you can figure, like, you're a little confused because, like, you see parts of, like, some runes and other runes, like, it's all mishmashed and doesn't seem to make any sense.
Okay.
Almost like children were trying to
Worship something?
worship, like, and mimic something they'd seen.
Okay. So they're worshiping something they just don't know how.
Yeah.
Also, searching that guy, I'm going to take that leather armor off of him for Droop.
Okay. You notice, sorry, the back about the carvings are similar to the ones you saw in the other room. Like, you don't see anything new as far as gods go.
Okay, so there's not really much as far as symbols or anything here?
No, there's some weird goblin-esque writing, but nothing
Okay.
nothing that is familiar. as far as like rituals or religion goes. As you're searching, Sragg, you hear some rather large bellowing voices coming from the closed door
Mm-hmm.
that was to your left when you first came through the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
They are speaking in common and yelling, "What is all that racket?" You hear footsteps getting closer to that door.
All right.
Who's speaking in orc?
I really don't have an answer for this one.
Parry, you by the way found something you could make a torch out of.
Okay, I make a torch and I head towards them.
I think I'll probably just, if they're coming towards that door, I'm going to head over by where the door opens so I can get whoever comes out of it in the back.
Check out that noise.
Pretty much. Okay.
It's about the best thing I can think to do here.
We try and like fool them.
I don't see fooling anything that's. I don't see it.
So all you see, Parry, or Damakos, is like Sragg just puts himself back against the wall on the one side of the door.
Oh, so I didn't hear this, or
You heard it, but that's what Sragg did.
You can speak to him if you want. I want to prep. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just prepping.
He's
to
like waiting
get
on the other
everything.
side of the door with his axe up. Like, yeah.
okay. I'll just say,
Housekeeping.
You want mint for a pillow?
my apologies. Just practicing our ritual.
Oh, that's what he do.
Yep. You just, who is that? And you see the door swing open. I'm assuming you didn't attempt to speak like a nasty goblin would have spoken.
Goblin.
Yeah.
You
No, I
don't take candle?
I didn't hear the cleric speak. He was dead by the time I got in there, so I don't know what he would sound like.
True. But yeah. Your natural, probably speaking voice in Damakos is more sophisticated than a goblin, and not to mention deeper. Yeah.
So they kick open the door.
They pull open. This is a pull.
Mhm.
And
They didn't buy my bluff.
no.
Should have been like,
Okay.
Don't come in, we're naked!
Really, no persuasion on that. Okay, I got it.
Well, did you how did you attempt to persuade them? So if those are the
That they didn't believe that it was part of a ritual.
they didn't believe that the goblin that has a squeaky, unsophisticated voice almost sounds like you.
Okay.
yeah, don't come in. We're doing a ritual.
Check out that noise.
They just know all the goblins and all their voices.
They know that you definitely don't sound like one.
Even the
Naturally.
sentence structure didn't sound goblin to me,
Yeah.
personally.
Same team. Shut up. You shut your mouth.
I'm fixing to shut his mouth.
Okay. So
Just let 'em-
the door swings open, and you're still standing near the altar.
Me?
Yeah.
If that's where you imagined me, yes.
Okay. Well, did you as you were saying your attempt to deceive? Did you attempt to hide on the other side of the door or anything?
I thought I was looking at the door, honestly, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Having
you can look
difficulty.
at the door from standing right beside the altar, and the corpses. You'd be about 10 feet away.
Okay,
Like
but
they
I'm
can swing open the
positioned-
door and they can't hit you from the door unless they move.
The door hadn't been opened, right, in this room? It was
No.
across. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm at this altar, and I'm like
On
to
the
you,
west
in your
side.
mind.
Yeah.
I was on a side.
Yeah, the altar sits on, say, the north side of this room,
Okay.
and on the west side is where the door is, and you came in from the south.
Okay. Then yeah, that works for me.
So yeah,
That's where I was.
so you swing open the door, and Sragg's sitting there waiting on the one side, and 10 feet away, this door opens, and you see the familiar bugbears.
They spoke.
Or sorry, not bugbears, hobgoblins.
Oh, okay.
That would be creepy.
It's like
They're
fucking
evolving.
Kill it.
You see the hobgoblins that you had possibly previously alerted, but didn't. They swing open the door and... What are you doing here?
Who's first?
You're on stage. I'm waiting for them to come in.
The one of them steps through.
If he looks over and notices me, I kill him. But I'm waiting and hoping that he's got their attention.
Yeah, they're pretty focused on the tiefling, which I'm guessing is a little bit unique as far as they're concerned. So
Dispatching non-believers.
he steps in, and the three others behind him follow into the room. What do you mean, who are you?
Well, they're talking. That's right.
My name is Damakos. Grovel before Arl.
Who is Arl?
The Frost Maiden.
Do you work for Groll?
Groll? Do I recognize that?
No.
No, that's just a name? Groll?
It's just a random name, yeah.
Where is Groll?
He kind of squints his eyes at you. You still haven't told me who you are.
I told you I am Damakos.
That doesn't tell me much.
Am I still not there yet?
About this time, yeah, you would enter into the room.
As soon as I see hobgoblins, I'm firing magic missiles at them.
Okay, just to get the layout of what's just happened here. So you're in a room. It's partially rounded on the north side, but that doesn't matter. Let's say it's square. The west side is where the door is. North of the door, against the wall, is where Sragg is standing with axe held above his head, ready to come down. 4 of them have stepped in and are at any moment they're gonna realize Sragg's there. They're just gonna get that feeling that somebody's watching them.
With an axe.
Yeah, with an axe. Not to mention, and then Damakos is standing 10 feet east of the door, right in front of them. So they're kind of all gazed on him right now. And then immediately south of this line of hobgoblins is that curtain where you guys had come in, and that's where Parry Hodder busts through. So that's what you see. So you see the 4 hobgoblins in front of you. Sragg with his axe above his head, ready to swing down, and Damakos parlaying with them.
And Parry says,
I don't say anything. I just fucking arcane sky as soon as I see him.
Okay.
okay.
That'll be a surprise round.
So that was 3d4 plus 3, right? For that?
Are you a magic
Depending
missile?
Yeah, magic missile. What I mean, yeah,
Depending
not
what
arcane missile.
level you cast it at. I need extra dirt. For
Can I do it at 2? I can do it at 2, right? Yeah.
If you have an
okay.
unused slot, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't used any 2s. Okay, yeah, I'll use it as a 2 then. So that's 4d4 plus 4 then?
Yep.
Now, you said there's 4 targets here?
There are 4 targets.
Oh boy.
There are 3 targets. So this one guy just gets bludgeoned and thrown and like pushed to the ground and crumpled and mess.
No. Once Parry launches his attack,
You get surprise round, so yeah.
Sragg swings down the hammer.
Yeah, I'd
That's
say I'm
it.
pretty surprised by this.
That's yeah, you hit.
I'm
What? You
hoping that when I come in with this, there's a spray of gore on his surviving friends.
Well, definitely. Like they're looking at the one guy who just your magic missiles are invisible, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who just like apparently got this.
Oh no!
No, they're like purpley bolts of.
Like these bolts
They
just
don't-
appeared from nowhere and just
Yeah, they don't show where they came from. They just appear. Around the target.
crumpled his friend to the ground. So they're
Yeah.
looking at that, and then as they're looking, like this just gout of blood just streaks across and covers them, like from the top of the one guy's head just across diagonally. It goes down to the other guy's feet.
I spoke the Orcish. Ha ha!
Now it's your
Okay.
turn, Damakos.
I think no, I missed out on the surprise round.
He's
That
he's
Okay.
still busy. Like I am
All right.
Damakos.
Yeah, I'm Damakos. Though. What the?
dispatch the non-believers, as you heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just sort of standing there with his hands like, come on.
Star-Lord. Okay. Yeah.
Now
Let's-
initiative.
Yeah, now initiative.
There you go. See, you get to go first.
Well, or second.
What is it? Damakos, Shrek. Let's see how our hobgoblins did.
You're gonna get a bill for therapy.
What?
Shoot first, ask questions later.
You're first, Dan.
Okay, these guys are like eyes wide open.
A little more rage filled now that they've kind of realized what's happening. They're still
Okay.
kind of staring at in Parry's direction. You're muted, Dre.
I would have dropped the torch beside me when I was firing my shit.
Yeah, this room has windows, so it's lit up.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm happily dancing. I do a celebratory one of these after killing that guy. Yeah.
As I said, dispatch the non-believers and cast Sacred Flame at one of them.
Northern or southern one?
Which one's closer to me?
They're equal distance to you.
And which one's closer to Sragg?
Northern.
Not that one. Southern.
Okay.
So, dexterity saving throw for him.
He got a 13. That's close.
I think I'm a 14.
Okay.
Spell saves a 14. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a 14.
So, what did you hit him for?
1d8. Let's do this.
There's no ranged hit on this? It's like magic missiles, I guess?
It's it's a cantrip. I just need to see him. 60 feet. That's it. 5 damage.
And what does this spell look like?
It's a flame-like radiance that descends above the creature.
So you starfired him. Or moonfired him.
Yeah.
What's it called?
And they get no benefit from cover. Sacred Flame.
You
Okay.
solar flared their head.
I said dispatch the non-believers, and then I started burning this one.
So
Glowing
yeah,
flame.
that one screams in pain. He's clearly not happy. Parry?
Take aim at the other guy who's not screaming in pain, and rinse and repeat.
Yeah, the guy screaming in pain's not incapacitated, just an FYI.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just
He's
making
screaming in pain. No, that makes me happy. I want to see him suffer a little bit.
sure. Okay, just making sure.
And yeah, the other guy.
Magic missile again?
Yeah.
Yeah, repeat performance of what happened to the first guy. As he slumps to the ground in front of you, Sragg.
Alright.
Beaten and bloodied. Uh,
I'm happily celebrating again. I'm making little zap zap motions with my fingers, like zap zap zap.
all that's left now, Sragg, is the one that just got solar flared.
Okay. What weapon is he holding?
He is holding a longsword.
I'll just say to him, spare your own pitiful life. Who is this Gruul? Or Groll, whatever he said.
That's all you're saying?
I got my axe ready. I'm waiting for an answer.
Listen, let me check how these guys would react. He does not answer you.
Well, that makes things simple. Okay.
Yeah. And you just sever his head from his body.
Yep. When I pick up the longsword.
Okay.
And put it with the armor. I have a plan.
If your plan is what I think it is, hobgoblins are medium, goblins are small.
Which means it's a great sword. And I happen to be proficient in two-handed fighting.
Okay.
Hold a goblin barbarian.
Okay.
Didn't say it was a good plan. He said it was a plan.
Just checking.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a rather large pile of bodies in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the door, green one.
A nod.
And, let's look around to see if there's anything in here.
Parry walks up to one of the corpses, and he's interrogating the corpse. Who sent you? He's kicking it. I said, who sent you? He's not answering.
They have passed, Parry.
Sleeping on the job, no doubt.
Is it just me, or is Parry getting worse?
Worse than what?
Previous.
I'd say he's about the same.
You're the cleric.
Where's that thing we came to find? Did we find it yet?
No, Parry.
What happened to you? I say it to Sragg.
Apparently, this goblin in the robe here was a very powerful spellcaster.
Ha! Not powerful enough.
We'll talk later.
Clearly his inferior religion did not serve him well.
You think he was in charge of those other ones having food?
The food. That's right. I need to go to the kitchen.
Maybe we'll have more troops now. Yes? Yes?
Perhaps. Does it trouble anyone else that this burning brand? Red brand, yes. That their supposed retreat is full of goblins and hobgoblins. And I haven't seen a single tunic around here.
They beat us to the job?
Who's Grohl?
It's a good question.
Are you guys familiar with Grohl?
Not yet.
Barry found the faucet.
We'll need to
What do I need? What kind of knowledge skill would I need to roll to check to see if I knew anything about that?
Thought we were looking for Albrecht.
You're talking about to see if you know the name they just mentioned?
Yeah.
You can roll knowledge.
Be like Arcana or something, or
Hint?
religion?
Just straight up int check.
Wouldn't be religion. Just in check.
Yeah, just int check. Yeah, well,
knowledge int.
Accuracy of recall, ability to reason. Hint.
So my int modifier?
D20 plus your mod. Yeah.
No, nope. Ignore that.
You have
It's
never.
Murick's older brother.
Yeah, you've never heard of that name.
According to Merrick, he's.
Pardon me.
Yes, indeed. Pardon you.
I just kind of like look at Sragg and kind of like raise an eyebrow, like, you might be right.
Just.
He's not even speaking in languages anymore.
He's not even speaking in languages anymore. I say. I'm mocking him.
Admittedly, I'm not familiar with all languages. Maybe he is.
Are we done here?
I'd say no. Let's check out the other rooms.
Is it dark? Will I need a torch again?
Probably.
All right. I'll go back and grab the torch.
Okay.
What's in the room where the... We should probably check the room they came out of. These seem a little stronger than the others. They probably would have had access to something better, or there's no telling.
Seeing Sragg carrying the armor and stuff, I say, I don't think that's your size.
It's not for me.
Oh?
It's for Droop.
Oh, really? What are your plans for poor Droop? Poor heroic Droop!
I'll teach him to fight better. He might be more useful to you.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay, so you guys are going to the room to the west?
That's where I'd like to go. I suggested it to them to see if they agreed.
I'm just looking around, kind of trying to see if there's anything in here. If there isn't anything, I'll just follow Sragg's lead.
So yeah, okay. So you enter that room. It's about 20 feet wide, so it goes 20 feet more to the west. You see an open door on that western wall. You can kind of just catch the edge of some beds in there. As you come in fully, you see there's a door to the south which is closed. The northern wall is rounded, like it's part of the tower. Okay. It's like about a quarter of the tower, so you're in the tower, and it looks like it's probably divided into 4, and you're in 1/4 of it. On the floor and stuff, you see tons of, not tons, but you see a bunch of old casks of salted meat and sacks of grain that appear to have been rotting.
Me.
Something shiny catches your eye, and you see like a bloody suit of chainmail, a heavy crossbow, and an unsheathed long sword sitting on top of the one of the crates.
Size of the chainmail?
Medium size.
Okay.
What's dwarven make? Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It's human.
What would a dwarf be doing here?
Being digested.
Yes, indeed.
Is this your friend? The dwarf?
Well, actually, it's a suit of armor.
Well, I mean the dwarf. Is he your friend?
You call me the crazy one?
He owes us money.
I see, so not a friend.
I wouldn't say so, no. Looking at the bloody chainmail, does it look like whoever was wearing that lived? Just a guess.
Could go either way.
Okay. Is there anything else surrounding to? Well, is there any blood stains in here?
No.
Okay.
This was probably not the scene of the crime.
I'm gonna gather up the his possessions.
Okay. As you get closer, like you notice on the sword is marked, or has the emblem of Neverwinter engraved into its hilt.
Yeah. All right. Putting all that in a separate little bag here, I'll dump out something and carry it.
Yeah, so
Jump out something.
you're gonna need to check your weight in a bit because you're carrying a lot of ridiculous right now.
Yeah, but he's Sragg.
I know. Just he's gonna have to probably take a peek and make sure he's not overburdened or anything.
Well, the only thing I've picked up so far was that suit of small leather and the longsword.
Longsword, and then the other longsword and the chainmail.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
now.
Burden's different in this one, I think.
Oh, is it? Well, I'll leave his armor and sword here. I'll take his sword. But I'm leaving his armor. I don't need that crap.
Okay. Well, you can take them both. I just said you might want to keep an eye on your burden. You might be getting close. Okay, so what else do you guys do in this room?
Well, this is boring.
There's just this bloody chainmail, nothing else here.
And the spoiled supplies and stuff. Are you
How
like searching through the supplies or?
the supplies look
Yeah.
old?
Yeah, it's some of it's salted meat. Like you could probably eat some of the meat and not die. The grain is
No.
rotting and moldy though.
Gross.
So, let's
Is there
see.
still light in here, or is it dark?
It is light. Some light's coming in from outside.
Some hideout.
What time of day is it? Approximately.
Shrag, to you the food looks fine.
All right. I'll probably take some of the pork then.
To Parry, it's definitely not okay, and I don't know what tieflings eat.
They're like humans.
Yeah, so
I
the
think.
food is
Questionable.
definitely
Demonic
not to human standards. And what was that, Parry?
I was asking what time of day it was.
It is about noon.
So we feel we're in one quarter of the tower. There's another doorway leading to another quarter of the tower. Or?
Yeah, there's a door on the west side of the room and a door on the southern side. This door on the west side is open, and you can kind of see the foot of foot of a couple of beds in it.
I say, well, that way or that way.
Let's peek in the room with the beds.
Okay,
Fair enough.
as you peek in, there's 4 of them.
Oh.
It appears to be probably the barracks for the 4 hobgoblins. You also notice the rubble pile to the north part and the destroyed part of the tower. Like, this is the first 4 hobgoblins you guys saw when you were scouting out.
Seems strange. It's way too easy.
I just look over at him when he says easy.
Still dripping blood, smelling
Yeah.
slightly of
Yeah.
singed flesh.
That's right. You heard me.
Oh. Easy.
Ah, you'll be fine after a break.
Just picturing a break involving Parry. No. But anyhow, what was the other door?
Back in the room with the spoiled supplies, there's a closed door to the south.
Looks like there's only one road. Let's take it.
All right, I'll lead from the back.
Uh-huh. About that, why don't you lead from the front this time?
I lead from the back.
All right. Well, you lead from behind the cleric. I have issues with you at my back, right, Jed?
You stepped in front of my fire. It's not my fault.
Mm-hmm.
You go running willy-nilly into the darkness.
And just what did you think you were going to do? Burn the dark away?
I figured there was another worm in there, a graboid.
What is it?
Not my fault you jumped in front of it the first time you brought it out and backed away.
Very well. Got a point. It's a crazy point, but it's a point. I'll try the door.
Okay.
Watch your back.
The door opens. It opens up into kind of a... How can I describe this shape? It's a T shape, but it's on its side, with the bottom of the T going out to the east. So about 30 feet south, you see another door in this hallway.
Now, just so I can try to gather from where I'm positioned and what I'm looking at. Does it look like if I went across to that other door, it would lead me roughly into the room where I suspected all the goblins in their little kitchen was?
Yeah, the room to the south, the door to the south, far like
Mhm.
30. What did I say? 30 feet to the south could lead you in there. You also know this part of the T intersection. Here, let me just draw it here.
I just have this image in my mind of you like walking up there with like a bloody apron on, with like a sword in each hand into the kitchen, like, who wants some dinner?
And this is where all the collection comes in now. I have the head of Grick with some hobgoblin parts, some salt pork that's gone slightly bad, and your leader.
Okay, so you see where the stars?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're standing there looking down. You guys see there's a door down here. I didn't draw it. Ping. This is that T I was telling you about.
Oh, so there's an opening in this T, yes?
Yeah, this line shouldn't be here. This one.
But what I think I'm still looking at then is this leads somewhere further in, and this is there an opening here?
Yep.
Okay.
And you see like a busted door in the ground here, like a big door.
Okay.
There's also a door right here.
Okay. I'll go ahead and walk out into the hallway then and peer down this T. Because I'm not really afraid of this direction anymore.
As you get there, you realize that this is the foyer. And when you first came in, you see a door down there.
I start mocking myself as I head further south. Let's go the safe way.
Okay, so there's another door down there.
Somewhat upset now. They're both still behind me, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you want to try this door? I'll turn to the cleric.
Why wouldn't I?
Start to open the door and look. What's behind this door? What's in here that's going to hurt me now?
Okay, so you open that door and you see. Dun, dun, dun.
Not owlbears. Not owlbears.
You see kind of directly. You see a bed across from you. Oops! As I just moved the door. If only it was that easy. So you see a bed down here.
Okay. Goblin barracks.
Yeah. Do you go in?
Yes.
Okay. As you step in, you realize to the east there is a path. It's all covered in rubble. Like there's some serious damage here, and there's a path that goes this way.
Uh-huh.
And then you see there's two other beds around the corner.
Is there anything else in here besides those three beds?
No, but as you come around the corner, you hear that noise that you heard when you first got up here. The sound of people eating.
The mess hall.
So I'm going to be peering down the rubble and look. Around the corner, what do I see?
So as you carefully check down, you see there's two tables. And there's a number of goblins sitting around those tables. Do you peek long enough to What? Or count them, or?
No, just give me a rough idea. It looks like both tables are full.
There's like between 3 and 4. Or sorry,
Per table?
there's more than 4
Per table.
per table. Yeah, you kind of catch a quick look and then you duck your head back, because you kind of don't want them to see you.
All right. So I go back and turn to Parry. You got any more of that fire?
He's thinking and discussing to himself for a second.
Fire. Of course I have fire. What are you talking? I don't know about fire.
Yeah, I've got fire. Yes?
There's 8 or more down that tunnel. Goblins.
Okay.
Sitting around a table eating.
What do you propose I do? Run in there and incinerate them?
Cook them. It's not fair. They're the only ones that get to eat.
Very well.
When you put it like that.
All right.
So, how do you do this?
He cracks his hands.
Tell me exactly, what do you do?
Run in around the corner, and I'm gonna cone the first table that I see with goblins going to fire. Just
run around the corner.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah, do it.
All right. It's not as powerful as the other ones. Oh, let's see here. It's only level 1, but yeah, that's what was it again? D6, 3d6.
3d6.
Is there a
Yeah,
save?
they get to do. Yeah, I don't know. They get to half damage if they make. What was it again? A Dex save? Or was that
Dex save. It's a reflex save.
What was my? It was my skill based on my skill.
8 plus your proficiency plus your whatever ability you use to cast spells.
Your proficiency
8
is what? 2
plus.
What's
How do I see my proficiency?
It's 2 right now.
2.
And
8
what's your int?
plus 3?
So 13.
My modifier.
Do they get disadvantaged since they're having supper? I imagine this is unexpected.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that it's definitely not. Definitely, you're not sitting there chowing down on a chicken leg and expect a mage to come out of from around the corner
Run in and
just like ignite you. I'm gonna say though, like he has to like walk in a certain distance where he's kind of exposed, so it's happening fast enough that they do have they looked up and saw him there, like what the hell.
So just enough for them to choke on their dinner.
Just enough for them to at least get a disadvantage reflex save.
Okay.
Yeah. They're not going to get like a full on like just fried, because he would have had to come around the corner and they would have saw him. So D20, 2d20. There's 4 of them at that table. Keep lowest 1 plus. Goblins have a 2 for their dex. So 1 of them gets fried, 2 of them get fried, 3 of them 4. So all 4 get hit with the full brunt.
Dinner is served.
What is the damage?
11.
Oh, is 11 damage?
Yeah.
You drop all 4 of them.
Hearing him yell that, I'm going to run around the corner.
So you come around the corner, and the table is on fire, and there are 4 corpses sitting perfectly at the table, also on fire.
Forks in the air.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that they only had
One of them's pointing.
Yeah. The one guy's turned, like, face was his back to you, and he was kind of turning around to look at what the other guy was pointing at.
So horrible.
Yeah.
It's like a giant corpse that's like mouth open.
Yeah.
It's pretty twisted, and we find that funny, though, right?
The table beside it, which has 3 goblins and one slightly more rotund goblin, shall we say, sitting at it, is screaming. They actually can't see Harry anymore because, like, the table in front of them is on fire, or the table beside them is on fire. So they don't know what the hell happened. Like, someone just had a horrible cooking mishap. Like, I heard the wings were spicy. I didn't know they were that spicy.
They're looking at their plates like...
They just slide their plate away slowly. Like, whoa. I don't know what they're having, but I think I'm done.
Oh, man. This would be the cleric's moment. We need some PR now.
Disbelievers!
So they're pretty stunned right now, and they can't see Parry through the fire, or anybody through the fire.
So is it my moment to walk in? Because I'd just be walking in shock.
So everyone's just standing there like...
Crispy fried.
So, like,
they can't see Parry, I can't see them, right?
yeah, you can't see them from on the other side of the fire. Yeah, well, pretty much only Sragg and Parry know they're there
Okay.
because they saw them originally. You heard there was 8, and you only see 4 smoldering corpses.
I just see them burning.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. So I'm just gonna walk in and look around at the terrorizing scene.
So as you come around the corner, you see the commotion going on at the other table now. They're getting up. They're trying to, like, they're trying to figure out how they're gonna put out the table. They're not quite sure what happened, but they've kind of snapped out of it and realized they need to put the table out. So they see you and start coming at you with their utensils.
Coming at me with the utensils?
Yeah. Coming at you with a steak knife.
One guy's got a spoon.
This ought to be funny.
I'll cut his heart out with a spoon.
Actually, you know what? Just for fun, they would probably not have, like, meat or anything that would need, like, a fork and knife. So they probably are eating, like, a stew type thing that has spoons. So yeah, they're running at you to attack. There's 3 of you. There are 3 of them coming. The big guy's not getting up. He's just kind of telling them to go kill you.
Wonder how smart this really is for them. Or how smart they think this is. What just happened? Probably pretty easy to convince them.
My turn or no?
Yeah, if you want to go, yeah. If anybody wants to
If
do
not-
anything right now, like, action-wise, like, speak now or we'll roll initiative.
I'm fixing to say some stuff if he doesn't. I'm
I
waiting
really-
to see if he...
I'm still a little drunk, so I don't really know what I would say.
Okay.
Especially considering the scene I'm seeing right here.
All right. On the ground, all of you now, or you'll join your friends in the fire.
The big one speaks. What did you do?
Parry, you want to respond to that one, or?
Yeah. I made dinner. And I walk out.
Oh, you okay? So you come up okay. So the big guy just goes, nope, and he just steps up, and you see him like heading through the door on the other side, like leaving.
Okay. I said down. I'm getting ready to jump at him. I'm going to charge after him. Right through them. I'll take the attacks.
Okay.
If he
Which
doesn't.
one of you is Grohl?
The big guy as he's leaving just says he's in the furthest east room, and you can have him because I'm out of here. I am not dealing with this.
Oh, so it's not that they're going to attack, they're leaving.
Yeah. Well, the three that he sent to attack you kind of realize that their bosses or sort of bosses changed their mind. They're kind of like stopped. They're not coming at you anymore. They're like gonna probably turn and go out with the other guy.
Sorry, laughing. Chantal walks in the room, says it smells like fire. If only she knew.
You have no idea.
Crispy goblin.
All right.
Yeah,
What were they having?
I'm not dealing with these. I'm not dealing with the likes of you. Especially when you can do stuff like that. Come on, guys. And he...
So I guess we'll head to where Grohl is.